President Muhammadu Buhari presided over the third ministerial performance review retreat organized to evaluate the level of progress made in his administration. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories. At number 1, President Muhammadu Buhari on Monday presided over the third ministerial performance review retreat organized to evaluate the level of progress made in the implementation of the 9-priority agenda of his administration. In attendance was the Vice President Osinbajo, former President of Kenya Uhuru Kenyatta, Senate President Ahmad Lawan, and Speaker of House of Representatives Femi Gbajabiamila, among others. The President highlighted remarkable progress in agriculture, economy, infrastructure, security, health, and anti-corruption, among others. Mr. Buhari also announced that new aircraft were acquired for the Nigerian Air Force to fight bandits and insurgents. At number 2, the Labour Party senatorial candidate for Ebonyi South, Linus Okoree, has been arrested for inciting violence in drug trafficking. In a statement released on Monday, Chris Onyanwu, the spokesperson for the Ebonyi Police Command, said Mr. Okoree was arrested by the Ebubago security outfit and not abducted as claimed. The police stated that it was briefed on activities and utterances by Okoree which incited and provoked the violence that engulfed Onitsha community in 2021. It also stated that Okoree was severally invited by the Security and Intelligence Bureau of the command over a petition dated March 23rd, which he vehemently refused to respond to. Okoree is said to have a pending case for hard drug sales and use at his City Hub Inn, Mile 50, Abakaliki. At number 3, the Nigerian Elections Debates Group, in collaboration with the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, has disclosed that they are organizing a presidential debate for candidates on economic policy and citizens' concerns on November 15, 2022. The organizations explained that the debate would serve as a launch pad to discussions on the roadmap towards an inclusive and prosperous Nigeria. The debate, which is part of the NESG's If Not Now, When initiative, is geared towards sensitizing stakeholders and citizens of Nigeria on peaceful, informed, and accountable democratic participation. At number 4, students of the Moshood Abiola Polytechnic, Abeokuta, Ogun State, on Monday morning protested increments in fees. The students who trooped out of the campus gate as early as 6 a.m. were seen in their numbers holding placards to express their grievances. A statement signed by the chairman and public relations officer of NANS Ogun Joint Campus Committee, Damilola Kehinde, and Olufemi Owoeye stated that the institution increased the acceptance fee by 10,000 naira and the tuition fees by 7,000 naira. Meanwhile, the Dean of the Division of Student Affairs, Mr. Ajani Sodik, noted that the increment was only on the registration fee for potential fresh students. He added that a 20,000 naira increment was made on the registration fee but reduced to 10,000 naira because of agitations from the students. At number 5, the Consumer Price Index, which measures the rate of change in prices of goods and services, has soared to 20.77% in September 2022, up from 20.52% in the previous month. The National Bureau of Statistics said this on Monday in its Consumer Price Index report for September 2022. The figure represents the highest rate recorded since September 2005. NBS explained that the accelerating inflation rate was likely caused by soaring food prices, disruption in the supply of food products, rise in import costs due to the persistent currency depreciation, and general increase in the cost of production. At number 6, the Independent National Electoral Commission has begun a one-day capacity building workshop for voter education ahead of the 2023 general elections. While addressing the participants in Yola, the Administrative Secretary of the Commission, Jamil El Yakub, said the workshop's essence was to expose them to the imperative of voter education, especially on voting procedure, when to vote, why to vote, and where to vote. According to him, the 100 participants are drawn from INEC, media organizations, and civil society groups, and were carefully selected across Bauchi, Adamawa, Yobe, Borno, Taraba, and Gombe. The INEC official also appealed for the inclusion of voter education in school curriculum. He also urged the media to sensitize the electorate on electoral responsibilities and rights. At number 7, the Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria says the nation's advertising industry loses over 120 billion naira annually to production of advertising, advertisement, and marketing communication materials outside the country. The Director General of ARCON, Dr. Olalekan Fadolapo, in a statement on Monday, said the development had continuously led to job loss as well as retarded the growth and development of the advertising industry. Fadolapo said the council would commence the implementation of a policy to ensure a minimum of 75% cumulative local content of all materials. He said models and voice-over artists must be Nigerians, while the materials must also be done in the country as well reflects its ambience. The Director General also said the policy would create over 500,000 new job opportunities annually within the advertising industry, with a positive multiplier effect on the economy. At number 8, an auto mechanic Osho Ogunshakin was on Monday docked in the Karu Upper Area Court, Abuja, for defrauding his client of 7 million naira. According to the prosecution counsel Oluwareju Osho, the defendant deceived and fraudulently collected 7 million naira for a plot of land measuring 150 square meters located at the Apko Mechanic Village. Mr. Osho said the police discovered the accused sold the same land to another person, contravening sections 312 and 322 of the Penal Code. The defendant pleaded not guilty to the charge. Judge Hassan Mohammed granted the defendant 4 million naira bail with one surety residing within the court's jurisdiction and adjourned the case until November 3rd for further hearing. At number 9, the Bauchi Primary Healthcare Development Agency says it will commence a statewide measles campaign targeting no fewer than 1 million children less than 5 years in 20 local government areas. The agency's head, Ridadu Mohammed, announced this on Monday, disclosing that the exercise would begin on October 20th. Mr. Mohammed said 1,752 teams will be deployed for the exercise to man both fixed and temporary posts. He added that Men Afri would be administered to children from 10 to 11 years and COVID-19 vaccination would be part of the campaign. Finally, at number 10, President Yoweri Museveni on Monday put Uganda's capital Kampala on a high Ebola response alert as the country grapples with a deadly disease. Mr. Museveni, in a tweet, said 2 cases tested positive in Kampala, which came from Mubende, the epicenter of the outbreak. However, there were contacts to the cases and a risk of infection. He said that of the 2 patients who tested positive in Kampala, 1 died while the other one was under isolation. He added that 24 contacts are currently under quarantine. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.